Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest fellow Scorpios. Scorpios, this is going to be an energy shift reading for you about Mercury retrograde. So Mercury is going retrograde from the 30th of January until the 21st of February. And when it's retrograding, it will always deal with a purge and upgrade to the throat chakra. Communication and short distance travel will be affected as well. So we need to be more conscious of how we communicate and our mental focus. It can feel chaotic, but we just have to be more careful with travel plans, contracts, emails. So we're being asked to take extra time to make sure that there's a really clear understanding between you and whomever you might be communicating with. This Mercury retrograde is taking place in Aquarius, which rules the 11th house of friendships and groups. So you might find that there's a lot of frustrations in your interpersonal world, so it's an excellent time to go within. Okay, my dear Scorpios, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading. Or if you like the decks that I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment and to ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates whenever I upload new content. I am doing that quite frequently. So let's go ahead and jump into this, Scorpio. Let's see what's coming to you or being taken away during Mercury retrograde. I know that sounds a little bit ominous, but let's go ahead and see. What messages do we have for Scorpio for Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? Messages for my dearest Scorpios. You guys show me so much love on this channel. Sorry, that we're in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde when I'm recording this, and you're going to hear lots of issues with speech all over the place because of the communication throat chakra upgrade. All right, so Scorpios, you guys show this channel so much love and support, so I just want to send out a huge virtual hug to all of you. You're amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. All right, let's go ahead and see. What is Mercury retrograde bringing into my Scorpios' lives? Ooh, okay. Ooh, Cancer energy. All right, so we have the Chariot. All right, Cancerian energy. What aspect of your life will be most affected? Ooh, Six of Cups. Could be a reunion here. How can you minimize the damage or negative results of this retrograde? The High Priestess. There's a lot of Cancerian energy coming through here, Scorpio. What lessons need to be learned? All right, the Seven of Swords. What part of your past do you need to reflect on in order to heal and aid you in this journey? Queen of Swords. And your final outcome, we get the Devil in reverse. I love this energy for you. Okay, I love it. It's a good thing. Overall message here, we have the Page of Pentacles. Scorpio, this could be you. It could be somebody else who's really taking a look at your photos or reminiscing about the memories that you shared, because I'm getting that you and another person, I feel as if this is soulmate energy. You are thinking about either a reconciliation or maybe you don't even quite know each other, because we see this page. Look at how he's just admiring this pentacle. It could be you admiring them. It could be an earth sign admiring you. But it's about really wanting to start a new journey. What I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is I'm getting like a lot of sort of lust. I'm getting a lot of sexual attraction between you and somebody else. And I'm seeing here that this person, like, he doesn't even realize that it's gotten dark. So really losing oneself in another. And I'm seeing that this is the energy off of the Six of Cups as well with the Devil energy. It's like you guys, lose track of time, or time and space seems to come to a halt when you guys are in each other's presence, when you're kissing, when you're holding each other, when you're looking into each other's eyes. But I do feel like there's a lot of secrets, whether that's you not being able to see if this is something deeper than that physical attraction, or if for some reason, this relationship has to be kept hidden. Maybe it's a third party situation. Don't shoot the messenger. You guys will obviously already know if that's the case, and there's really no judgment here. The messages are pretty clear, though, that there's an intensity between you and this person. And yeah, Scorpio. So what I'm seeing here is the Cancerian card. This is somebody who has learned some really tough life lessons, okay? And what this retrograde is bringing into your life, he's holding the caduceus, which is the symbol of healing. This is also about spiritual ascension. This is about moving forward. Some of my Scorpios, you guys are going to be moving on. You're turning your back on somebody where it was just completely sexual. Remember when, oftentimes with Mercury retrograde, and this has come up in a few readings, that Mercury retrograde often brings people back into our lives, like for, a one last kind of fling for healing and closure, for acceptance of what the lesson here was to be learned with this person, so that something new and better can come into your life. Sometimes as well, Mercury retrograde, we get these new relationships that burn fast and furious, super hot, super sexy, but they don't really go anywhere. Okay, that's also a possibility. But with that said, Scorpio, do not give your power over to that. Okay, those are possibilities. You're going to know. Okay, you're going to feel it. You guys are very intuitive. For some of you, this is bringing an energy of a soulmate. Okay, that you know that you are absolutely connected. You probably already know this person. You've probably already had a history. And so instead of moving away from this energy, or this energy moving out of your life, you are moving onward and upward with this person. But Scorpio, it's your story, it's your life, okay? So you know which one that is. And actually, your heart will be telling you which one you really, truly want. Okay, so this is Cancerian energy. We get a lot of water. That could also be your energy, but I also get with the High Priestess, Pisces, Cancer, could be you as well. But the aspect of your life that will be most affected by this retrograde period, so this is the Six of Cups. This is soulmate energy. It could be a reunion. Again, I explained, it could be a reunion where you guys come together for healing and closure so you can move on. For others of you, it's a reunion. I feel like many of you already know who this person is that you're dealing with. It could be soulmate reunion where you guys shared a past life or something along those lines. Here on this side of the card, they're meeting, they're saying hi, they're getting together. On this side of the card, they have been locked up in this room, hands, can't get their hands off of each other, that losing track of time, losing themselves within one another. And, one of the young lovers has come out and said, what time is it? Where are we? Did I have to go to work? Do we have to get back to real life? So there's a real element of like, it's just this beautiful fantasy, and it's kind of like those initial falling in love stages. Some of you guys might be falling in love all over again with your current partner or with this person if it's a reunion, okay? But it's absolutely mesmerizing. I'm almost getting lost myself in this energy. Like it's just, it's like transcending space and time, and especially the physical connection is out of this world between you guys. So how you can minimize damage and negative results of this retrograde, it's like really hard for me to move on from that. We have the High Priestess energy. Now, the High Priestess is somebody who kind of pulls back and goes within. So as I was saying, it's going to be a different story for each and every one of you. So it's about really trusting your intuition. There's some things that aren't meant to be known, the mysteries of life. But we do know that this energy, this person, this situation is in your life for a very powerful spiritual lesson. Okay, and that lesson is going to be different for each of you. Is it a lesson in letting go? Is it a lesson in forgiving and healing? Is it a lesson of, hey, we were meant to be together, twin flame energy, not only to create our own heaven on earth, but also to help with the collective, inspiring the collective and the collective's ascension and awakening. That's definitely on the table here, you guys. So the lessons that need to be learned during this period, we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is an energy of, okay, let's take a look at, I like to say this is like doing forensics or forensic accounting. I think it's Water Baby Tarot. I love her. She says, this is a card of old crimes. So it is about looking at the past, but it's also taking like a forensic look at love and relationships, or this particular relationship, and see what isn't working. Because the Seven of Swords is an energy of absconding in the middle of the night, running out. Maybe you guys have had a separation with this person. Maybe this person walked out on you. Maybe this is what you are doing to them, because you might be like, oh my gosh, I totally lost track of time. I've got to go type energy. Again, it could be a fear of commitment here. It could be just taking a look at any sort of past behaviors that, that are draining. Okay. And looking at time, energy, love, and money. Is this an equal exchange? Okay. Is this taking place here? Now, for some of you as well, this might be a secret relationship, okay? And don't shoot the messenger. So somebody might be involved in a connection or in another connection. And again, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing, and some of you guys are going to hate me, but you know what? It is what it is. Some of you guys, this is like renting a hotel room or meeting up in like parking lots or meeting up in sort of, secret places in order to, to make love, to be together, to have these intimate moments. And that's something, Scorpio, that, you're going to really reconcile within if this is worth it, if this is what you want. How important is this person and this situation to your soul? Okay. And I like this energy because it's like a reckoning. There's a real energy of reckoning here. And we're seeing that emphasized by the Queen of Swords. So, the part of your past that you need to reflect on, in order to heal and aid you in this journey is like, are you getting what you want out of this situation? Maybe some of you are. And again, for not for all of you, is there any sort of third party situation, or is there anything sneaky going on? But it's taking a look and seeing, is this an equal exchange of gifts? Is your heart aligned with your soul, with your values, okay, in this particular situation? And for many of you, it absolutely is, okay? We have the Chariot and we have the opposite Capricorn. So we have the Capricorn Cancer axis going on here. But what we're seeing with the Queen of Swords is, really taking a look at your past. She's a very loyal, she's a very authentic, she's a very truthful person. So I'm seeing many of my Scorpios really learning a huge lesson here. And, it's connected with this devil energy, taking a look at the behaviors that you engage in that aren't healthy for you, okay, or the people that you may attract, okay? And if they are, that's amazing. You're moving onward and upward either with this person or just on your journey. But for some of you, you're going to recognize that, it can't just be, a relationship that's in the shadows, because that's not really truly what I want. Maybe that is what some of you guys want and you're okay with it. Guess what? I'm okay with that too, as long as my Scorpios out there are happy, okay? And nobody's getting hurt, obviously. But the Queen of Swords is about really taking a good, hard look, an objective view at what works for you and what doesn't. And then looking to see, like, are there any repeating patterns in love and relationships, or in this particular relationship, that need to be broken? Because I see you here with the devil energy. The devil's looking away. This is your time to escape those repeating patterns, or to move away from a relationship that doesn't serve you, or for you guys to really, for some of you, you guys are absolutely going to come out together. That's changing your, your status online, putting pictures together, putting pictures of each other, because maybe this was like a workplace thing, or maybe you just weren't sure where you guys, sat with each other, what was going on between you guys. So one way or the other, Scorpio, I'm seeing things really being solidified. I'm also seeing that the emotions here run really high, and this is a very deep, powerful soul connection. And again, you guys, your lovemaking sessions off the charts here, okay? So, great energy. Thanks a lot for that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what other messages come through for my Scorpios. It has to come out in a Scorpio reading, because, Scorpios, Scorpios, you guys are, or may I say we, but Scorpios are amazing. I'm just going to leave it at that. We get yin and yang. So for many of you guys, this is a deep soul connection, that you guys are each other's person. And again, it may be that there were difficulties in the beginning of this relationship where maybe there was an idea or a thought that this person had other options. I feel as if, it started off slow. It might have been a relationship where it was just physically based, okay? Or where you maybe thought it was friends with benefits, or maybe it was just, this is just this powerful, passionate connection. It absolutely is that, but I do see that there's potential for more. And if you go within, my Scorpios here, the ones that I'm channeling now, you're going to recognize that, yeah, this is your other half. 22 is the master builder number, so it's been kind of like a slow build, but you're absolutely moving or taking things to the next level. Now, some of you guys aren't. Some of you guys, again, you're moving away from this energy so that you can call in be appropriate. So really trusting your intuition here. The thinking man, 46, breaks down to a 10. So there is the completion of a cycle here. The thinking man for me is that mercurial energy. And mercurial, the actual word means somebody who's quite moody, whose energy goes back and forth, up and down, because I do feel like you have mixed emotions because of the intensity of this connection. So just be careful, with Mercury retrograde, that you guys are all on the same page, that you're on the same page with this person, but also that you're not overthinking yourself into like a prison of your own making, okay? And then we get financial constraints. Okay, yeah. So again, some of you, this is the Seven of Swords could be also you're dealing with somebody who has, who's in poverty or who has a poverty consciousness. It could be your energy. It could be a lesson that's linked to, to this situation. It's interesting. All right, and then we get the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So here's that throat chakra, the power of communication. Remember that the throat chakra is, about our expression, authenticity. When it's imbalanced, we have a fear of rejection, criticism, there's indifference, or maybe even injustice. So just be careful, make sure you guys are on the same page. I do see like healing and balancing, and I see that balance coming with this yin yang, that you'll feel free to express yourselves, your inner truths. And we see that, the Queen of Swords, Scorpio, you guys are always, one of the signs that's going to tell people like it is, whether it hurts their feelings or not. But I really do feel like you have this free flow of communication between you and this person, and that's going to be really important. There could be that Scorpio, you or your person was hiding something having to do with finances, like they were a little bit worried that they weren't good enough, or maybe you're a little bit worried to tell them, how much debt you have or whatever it might be. And I'm not laughing about that, but those can be very real sort of fears. So I do see a beautiful heart-to-heart conversation here between you and this person. And we get adjacent possibilities. This has been coming out a lot in these readings, and 24 breaks down to a 6. So this is a Venusian number, love, compassion, balance. I feel like you guys have also shared some very parallel experiences. I also feel that you expressing yourself, Scorpio, about what you want, what you don't want, maybe reworking boundaries, or, setting up, getting out of the gray area with this person as well. You're going to realize that it doesn't really matter how you got here. The point is you got here, you found each other. Okay. So I love this energy for you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Sufi Wisdom Oracle cards. All right, these are beautiful. Ooh, so we get energy of love. Behold the world through the eyes of love. Yeah. And this, I love this moon, this sort of lunar landscape we're seeing here with that 6 of Cups. You guys, this is like this person. You guys are each other's person, and you just tend to lose yourselves in one another in a good way. I'm not seeing that necessarily in a bad way. But again, I feel like there is a little bit of self-doubt that might creep in, or a little bit of fear, of maybe even fear that you're going to lose this person because they mean so much to you. So again, just be careful, what you're manifesting, what you're thinking, what you're believing, okay, what you're creating. And then we get gift of freedom, break away from your attachments. There's that devil energy. Ooh, yeah. So some of you guys, there could be a little bit of jealousy here involved. Or it could be like a little bit of an energy of codependency. Again, it might, if you're in a relationship with this person, it's kind of like becoming independent, but together, in this perfect sort of harmony with the yin and the yang. And I love that. And there's still a lot of love. So learning to, be completely independent and together at the same time. Wow, Scorpio, I love this. Yeah. And again, some of us are dealing with poverty consciousness, or maybe are in poverty. So there might be, a block that's being cleared by this Mercury retrograde. And remember, money is ruled by Venus just as love is. So when we have a free flow of money or abundance, then also we have a free flow of love, and vice versa. So Scorpios, I like this. I do feel like, with this Page of Pentacles, Scorps, that this is a little bit of an obsessive energy, and I wouldn't be able to say this if I'm a Scorpio moon. So, I can get obsessed. So I'm not throwing any stones. When there's something that you really like, or something that just feels as good as this does, we might have a tendency to just sort of, stare at it a little bit too long, or replay it over and over in our mind. But I also feel like Ooh, look at your person. Your person does too. Your person is right there with you, Scorpio. Yummy. Yummy and delicious, Scorpio. Okay, so let's take a look at your next card. So I'm going to be reading from the Pegasus Oracle. These are by Alana Fairchild. I've said this in every reading. So check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or your Jupiter or your Mars, whatever you're called to. But these cards have just been absolutely like poignant, beautiful, wrapping up these readings. I'm so happy to have them. Okay, red Pegasus of firelight. So my goodness, Scorpio, this is a lot of loving, a lot of passion between you and this person. I'm telling you, I'm just like, I can't, like, I'm having a hard time focusing here. Number one, this is also about the base chakra, the root chakra. So our sense of security, survival, our instinctual trust. And we're getting that here with the High Priestess energy. Really trust your instincts. What is your inner self, your higher self saying? It's about being patient. It's also a card of physicality. And I'm not going to sound like, a broken record, or at the risk of sounding like a broken record, rather. You guys can't keep your hands off of each other. Whew. All right. So to access this healing, allow your heart to feel what it would be like to trust yourself and life unconditionally. To believe abundance and material well-being are opening up for you. See, it's interesting because there's like love and abundance wrapped up in this Mercury retrograde for you. Allow yourself to explore the feeling of being supported, held, and safe. Oh my gosh, Scorpio, you're like feeling safe in this person's arms and vice versa. As you tune in, ground yourself through your legs and feet, sensing the powerful connection and loving gravity which holds you firmly to earth. Allow this strong foundation to support you on all levels. A sacred homecoming to your spiritual tribe is destined to you. This is a sacred homecoming from somebody who's going to like blow your doors off, Scorpio. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sounding like a sacred homecoming to your spiritual tribe is destined for you. Recognize that you matter and that you belong and that you guys belong together. For most of you, it is about you belonging together with this person. Okay, for others of you, again, there's a lesson here. There's some sexual healing going on, but in doing that, that's attracting. You're coming into the knowledge and the truth of who you are and what you want. In doing so, it's like so within, as within, so without. You're attracting your soulmate here. Okay, Scorpio, I'm gonna pull some messages of love oracle cards for you, and see what comes through. It's like, I don't want to stop this reading. I want to see what happens next. a little tarot voyeurism here. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Okay, we get rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Beautiful. So again, there are these two storylines coming through here. Also, for some of you who are reconciling with this person, you're going to understand why divine timing was at work here. Because there were some lessons, there was some healing that needed to take place separately before you guys could come together. And some of my Scorpios, whether it's you or your person, also lost yourselves in this relationship, okay, if it started. Now, our last retrograde was, Mercury retrograde was in Scorpio, okay? And if you found yourselves obsessing over somebody around that time, you're going to see that, okay, like there was a reason, like you kind of had to come back into balance. Some of you guys are coming back into connection with that person, or you're just, you're out there again dating with the right person, as it's in Aquarius. I'm trying to think, when was it? I think it was October 16th. I don't ask me why I know that, because I could never pull a date out of my head like that. But for some of you, it is that last retrograde period. All right, in your sign. All right, and now we get go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Yeah, so, things, I feel like for many of you, it's exactly what I was saying. This last retrograde that we had in Scorpio back in October, this might have been like really fiery, hot, passionate, and things might have really died out, okay, really quickly. And this person's coming back around. Or the lesson from that Mercury retrograde that you're applying to this one is, I'm going to take things slow. Okay, you can obsess a little bit on your own, within healthy reason there, Scorpio, because I know you will. I know we will. But you're also sort of taking this mature approach to this situation, whether it's new or whether it's old. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Guys, I love you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, and tapping into this energy has been really fun and beautiful. So there's some really nice things on their way. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope you found clarity and guidance here. Have a beautiful day. Take care.